fixing 10, 15, these two guys.
Okay.
They just don't know it yet. He just kept saying, I'm just videoing. I'm a video journalist or a photojournalist or some crap like that.
You might beat it in court, but you can't beat the ride. I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. I didn't break the law. What happened was your sergeant got upset that I didn't answer him fast enough.
He was regurgitating constitutional crap.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story revisits a recent incident between Amagansett Press, Watching the Watchman, and the Bay County Sheriff's Office in Florida. While filming a UPS facility, Sergeant Granger arrives on scene and arrests Amagansett Press for violating Statute 810.0975, which deals with school safety zones and prohibits loitering within 500 feet of a school. However, the statute was ruled unconstitutional by the courts in the 2008 case of Gray v. Cole, where members of Gideon's International were arrested for handing out Bibles within the 500-foot school zone. In conclusion, the statute was ruled unconstitutionally vague, noting that it may fail to provide the kind of notice that will enable ordinary people to understand what conduct it prohibits. Second, it may authorize and even encourage arbitrary and discriminatory enforcement. The state of Florida and its officers were then permanently prohibited from enforcing these subsections. After spending a few hours in jail, Amagansett was released and the charges were dropped. Shortly after, Jeff Gray from Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations requested bodycam and dashcam footage from the sheriff's office, but was denied because the agency was investigating the incident. Jeff then turned to the state's attorney's office for the videos, but they claimed they had never received any videos. Jeff then remembered that in the state of Florida, only the agency conducting the investigations could claim investigatory exemptions, and the Bay County Sheriff's Office was investigating itself, but they weren't the only ones on scene. As it turns out, the Lynn Haven Police Department also responded and are equipped with body cams. Jeff requested the footage and they had no right to claim an exemption. Here are portions of the videos they released.
So we got 3 more vehicles here. You got 1, 2, 3.
Fixing 10, 15, these two guys.
Okay.
For violation of the school safety zone.
Okay.
They just don't know it yet. I've asked them to move on, and they won't do it. It's a misdemeanor in the state of Florida. So I'm probably fixing 10, 15. Did the UPS folks contract you to come out and do something with them, sir?
That's irrelevant. So who's our highest ranking officer here that I can have a conversation with?
That'd be me.
That'd be you. Okay, very good. So what can I help you with?
At this point, you're in violation of Florida Statute 810.
I am not in violation of anything.
0975.
For standing here taking pictures of UPS, I'm a photojournalist working on stories.
Can I help you?
Bay County Press, I was wondering what was going on.
We'll get with you just as soon as we're done here, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm here for credentials. If you could provide credentials.
You told me I'm not being detained and I'm not breaking any laws, so I don't feel like I have any reason to give you any credentials. What would be the purpose of that? I literally am standing here with my camera facing that way, working on a story about UPS, and you gentlemen have all decided to come here and harass me today. That's what's going on.
Well, we didn't just decide to come.
Just because they don't know, they don't want to know why I'm here. That's up to them. You know, that's. I don't have any lawful reason to explain myself to anybody.
Other than the fact that you're across from 2 schools.
What does the statute say? The statute says be around the school without a lawful purpose. Now, the reason for that statute is to prevent people from doing nefarious things around school property.
You're exactly right. I agree with that.
I am a photojournalist working on a story, and I'm out here taking video of a neighbor.
Credentials, sir.
I don't have, what credentials would you like?
To prove that you're a journalist.
What would that look like?
I have no idea. Show me some kind of credentials.
There is no such thing. The government does not issue press passes. There is no such thing. I could print one up on my computer and show it to you. There's no such thing as a press pass.
Okay.
I've explained to you what I'm doing. I told you what I'm doing.
Is this the mountain you're going down, sir?
What do you mean is that the mountain I'm going to die?
Something to put you in jail. You're in violation of the statute.
So what would you like me to tell? So under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID.
I want you to leave. That's all I'm asking you to do is leave the premises of these schools.
So you're going to throw me up? I'm not on the school premises. I'm across the street.
You're within 500 feet, as I've already explained to you.
With a legitimate business purpose. Sir, I'll give you my... Hold on.
This is the moment that Sergeant Granger opened himself, the sheriff's office, and Bay County up for a lawsuit. Amagansett is placed in the back of Officer Newsom's vehicle as his wife arrives on scene.
You're supposed to protect us. You're supposed to protect us.
And this one...
You do floor and move. Where you think? And minor. My minor kid, can you
Get
release my minor?
Department of Juvenile Justice.
Can you please release him? You can do it now. Yeah. Release him to me. Who's in charge? Who is in charge? Can you please release my child?
Can you please give me some air? You got a cage on this window. Can you do something for me?
But I'm turning the air up for you, okay?
Thank you. I don't understand what's going on.
Let me check your cuffs for you.
Sir, look how you got me bound up.
Tell you, listen, I'm gonna loosen it if you want to rotate your hands more comfortably, okay?
This is ridiculous. For taking pictures on a sidewalk, sir? Can we talk to this sergeant? Can I please try to work this out with you guys? This is absurd. I'll leave. Can't you just like do some kind of, write me a ticket? I mean, this is ridiculous, sir. I'm taking pictures of a UPS facility on a sidewalk. Come on, man. I've been respectful with you guys. I haven't shown you any disrespect.
All right, I'll loosen this one if you want to rotate that hand as well.
I'm not going to give you any trouble, man. I'm a 51-year-old man. I'm too old to be giving you any hard times.
Go a little more.
Sir, can we please discuss this?
Go ahead and rotate. There you are.
Sir, Sergeant.
Sorry, I can't help you with that on Apple Watch.
Sergeant. Sergeant, sir.
Sir, stop hollering at him.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to work this out, man. It's
I hear you.
foolish.
I hear you.
I'm with my son.
They both have that on them.
Do I have?
This gentleman had it on him as well.
See, these couple people come out here and decide this kind of crap. They know exactly what they're doing.
So what were they filming initially? The school?
Well, I think just down the road. We don't know for sure they were filming the school.
This guy's local?
No, I have no idea. They refuse to give me names. I don't have IDs. I don't even try.
I got his ID right here. It's all good.
10-8 back in my car.
4%. Basically what happened is the UPS guys called to our deputy across the river out in the school and said, hey, there's some guys over here filming the schools and we don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So he came out to deal with them. They find out, hey, what's going on? Well, they're not going to talk to him. They're just going to video him and tell him that he's none of his business. So I tried explaining to him statute 810-097, I believe what it is. Yeah, 810-0975. Tried explaining that to him. He told me that had nothing to do with him. I said, but it does. We're within 500 feet of the school.
Okay.
Without legitimate purpose or business. Well, he wouldn't give me his legitimate business if he was within 500 feet of the school. He just kept saying, well, I'm just videoing. I'm a video journalist or a photojournalist or some crap like that. So, it's your city. Sorry I jumped in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's all good. It took me forever to get here.
Yeah. What do you need me to help you with in this?
Nothing that I can think of.
Here's the deal. We don't have to arrest that kid. He's following his dad. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But that's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
What did you say that statute was?
810-0975. And I've got his pistol in my car. He had a gun in the waistband when I was talking to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID. That's exactly what I said.
That was after.
No, within 5 seconds of him saying you have to give me your ID. I said, if I don't give you your ID,
See, I'm gonna leave this up here.
I said, well, I'm really threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID. That's exactly what I said. I have no nefarious intent. I'm with my 17-year-old. This is how I pay my rent. This is how I pay my mortgage.
And what, excuse me, what are you arresting? Why? Excuse me, sir? Sir? Excuse me.
Flip up.
He can hear you perfectly fine.
There we go.
How'd you get it?
Push down on that.
Okay. I'm going the wrong way.
may still be powered up. I don't know. Sir, how do you power your
Sir,
camera off?
is there any way we can have a
How do
conversation,
you
sir,
power your
please?
camera off?
I'd have to show you. It's very
Yeah.
complicated. Can we please have a conversation before we go this far, sir? Yeah, that'll shut that off. That's not going to shut the camera off. Sir, can we please have a conversation before this goes any further? Please, sir.
He's already went too far, sir.
No, but listen to me. I don't want to be under arrest. I don't want my son to be under arrest. Okay?
Well, that's what we're discussing right now, is
I'm
releasing your son to his mother.
What about me? I'm at work, sir. I'm not looking to cause anybody any problems. I did not. No, I was not. I asked you if I was being detained. You said no, so I started
I
walking
said
away.
no, you need to leave. That's what I said.
No, you said no. You didn't say the first time. You didn't say I need to leave. Sir, I'll get out of your hair, man. Please.
Okay.
I'm not looking to cause any problems. Please. I am not. I have no nefarious intent. I am not looking to cause anybody. I have no ill will.
Go ahead.
I am not looking to cause anybody any problem.
Do you need addition?
If you'll give me PX, please.
The officer turns off his body cam to make a phone call.
Man, I'm just trying to make a living, man. That's all I'm doing.
I hear you. We're trying to sort through this, man.
I would appreciate any leniency and discretion you guys could afford me, man. If you want to write me a ticket, I'll go to court. I'm 51. I'm going to be 52 years old next month. I don't get in trouble.
Where do you live at?
South Dakota.
Okay, what brings you here?
I'm going to Kissimmee to see my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, who I haven't seen for 3 years, my wife's mother and sister.
Okay.
And we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow, so this isn't really going to help my situation. I'm going to be in Florida all winter. We're going to be in Florida until April.
Y'all family here?
I have a lot of family in Florida. I have family right in Santa Rosa Beach.
Okay.
I got family all over the place in Florida. I lived in Miami Springs for 8.5 years. I'm not the bad guy, man. I'm standing on the sidewalk taking pictures. At the end of the day, I was just saying to them, there's that thing, you might beat it in court, but you can't beat the ride. I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am.
Okay.
You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Arresting me and my son is not really productive. All I'm trying to do is pay my bills, man, and put food on the table. And I'm a hard-working guy. Been working hard for 35 years. I've been with that young lady for 37 years. I started dating her when I was 14 in high school.
You've been in media most of your life?
I went to the School of Visual Arts in Manhattan from 1989 until 1992, majoring in photography. And then I was a staff photographer for the New York Times for years.
Okay.
And then after that, I was a personal photo assistant to Patrick de Marchelier, one of the most famous fashion photographers that ever lived. I'm not the guy that's out here breaking the law, man. I didn't do anything wrong, I can promise you. And I'm not going to hang out with my 17-year-old son across from my high school with some nefarious intent against the school. I don't even care the school's there. I have no interest in the school. This officer was sitting out in front of the school the whole time. He saw what I was doing. Never pointed my camera over there. I have no interest in the school. My son just graduated high school with a 4.0 average. He's a wonderful kid. He doesn't need to be sitting in the back of a police car. We're not those people. I can assure you, all I'm trying to do is pay my bills. And if it's going to make you feel better knowing who I am and satisfy any thought that there might be something going on here, you have my ID, you know what I'm doing, I just explained everything I'm doing here. The only reason I didn't want to get into a whole conversation with people, which I never like to do, is because the sun's going down, it's the end of the day. I don't want to be accused of instigating people, harassing people. I try to stay out of conversations, mind my business, take my shots, take my video, get in my car and leave. And I stay on a public sidewalk. I never set foot on their property. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a very long time. I didn't break the law. What happened was your sergeant got upset that I didn't answer him fast enough. I said to him, am I being detained? He said, no, you are not. So I started walking down the sidewalk. He came back up and he says to me, you need to tell me who you are, this, that, ID, whatever. And then he said, you're fixing to get arrested. And I said, well, if you're going to threaten me with arrest, then I'll give you my ID. And I stuck my hand in my pocket to get my ID. He grabbed me and handcuffed me. I never said I wouldn't identify myself. As soon as he told me under threat of arrest he wanted my ID, those were my options. I gave my ID. 15 seconds before, he told me I wasn't under detention. And that's all on those cameras. I'm not looking to give you guys a hard time, man. I just want to do my job and be left alone.
Let me know that you had a weapon on you.
I'm sorry?
Any reason why you didn't tell me you had a gun on you?
You didn't ask. Isn't that the law in Florida? You have to ask me. I don't have any obligation to tell you I have a firearm. That's the truth. That's the law in Florida. The law in Florida is I have no obligation to tell you I have a firearm. I'm lawfully carrying it. I have my license. And if you ask me if I have a firearm, I have to tell you I do. And then I have to present you my weapons permit with my license.
Do you know if Florida recognizes what is South Dakota or North?
Absolutely recognized. Full reciprocity. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't break the law, man. I'm one of the good guys.
Okay.
And my son is a wonderful kid. And I have a wonderful wife and a wonderful family waiting for me in Kissimmee. I'm not looking to cause you guys any heartache, man. That's not what I'm here about. I'm literally taking pictures on the sidewalk. Now I think that's my son's. Yeah, my son's $6,000 camera's laying in the grass. That kid paid for that camera himself, working through high school. He works very hard. He worked at Subway, saved his money and bought that camera. I didn't buy it for him. And I understand where you guys are coming from. You want answers. You ask questions, you want answers. I get that. You're concerned about the kids across the street, but I think at this point you realize that's not what I'm doing here. That's never what I was doing here, and this officer knows damn well that's not what I was doing here. When the Sarge asked him if I pointed my camera over that way towards the school, he said no, they did not, because he knows we did not. That's not what I'm doing. I have no interest in harassing children. I'm with my child. He's 17 years old. I'm with my wife and my son. I'm not some pervert out here doing some stupidity. I'm working on a legitimate story about UPS, which also includes Federal Express, the post office, and some independent carriers.
Now, are you independent or do you work for a company?
I'm a freelancer.
Okay.
Like I told you, I used to work for the New York Times.
Yeah.
I've had many jobs working for many media outlets over the years. I've had a very long career.
Sounds like it.
I spent the last 14 years as the general manager of a hotel in New York before I moved out west.
Impressive.
Well, I don't know if it's impressive or not, man. I just want you to understand that I'm not a criminal. And I'm not, the bottom line is at the end of the day, whether anybody here is going to acknowledge that or not, I did not break the law, and I'm sitting in the back of a police car with handcuffs on. I did not violate any statutes. I made sure my pepper spray is under 2 ounces. I have my identification and my full reciprocity handgun license with me at all times. The only reason I carry that gun is for, I actually lived in Miami Springs. Okay, I moved to Miami Springs in 1995. Okay, bought my first Glock in 1995. So I've been carrying a firearm for 30 years, never had an incident. Never had an incident. I also have USCCA insurance, which my card is in there. You probably found that. I'm totally legit, man. I'm above board. I'm not looking to cause you guys any problems.
Okay.
I'm really not. And I appreciate you letting me get some air because I really felt like I was going to pass out back there.
You're welcome.
Officer Newsom's sergeant arrives on scene, and the camera is shut off again while they speak.
Do I really have to? Do you guys really need to take me to jail over this?
I know. It's
Hang tight. We're working through it.
Okay. I'm trying to be very. You see how I'm being with you.
And we're trying to be as good as we are with you.
I'm not complaining about how you treat me. I even thanked you for opening the door, letting me get some air. I've appreciated you.
It's important to point out that Amagansett Press is going to jail for filming, but they're releasing his son to his mother, who is also filming at the scene. All of the above indicates that the cause for the arrest was contempt of cop, not for any legal purpose.
Now his son's back recording some more. Let's go ahead and get him out of here.
Can you please tell me where to take him?
Yes, ma'am, to the Bay County Jail. It's at 5700 Star Lane.
Yeah, hey, that's school ground down there.
That's why I'm asking that. I was gonna make sure it wasn't like one of your teachers or something.
He was regurgitating that constitutional crap.
And there you have it, the officers' true feelings about the Constitution. They also admit that they're making the arrest, even though they aren't familiar with the statute.
What do you want to be?
Well, I'll have to read that statute. I'm honestly not familiar with that statute.
He's my son. That's my husband and my son that's in the car.
We understand that. You have reminded us of that about 10 times.
Of course.
So I'm well aware of it.
She's trying to talk to some put her in jail.
Say again?
She's trying to talk to some put her in jail.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't arrest him.
Right. Well, this one damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yeah.
Either I'll piss him off, or I get the sheriff's office sued.
Well, I mean, you have a legitimate statute that backs it up. Now, that being said, if just had us been responded to it, I would have just had to move on.
So we'll try that.
But
Tried that, they refused.
they refused.
Yeah. If they'd have done that, we wouldn't be here.
And they were advised that they were within 500 feet of the school. then I would say I would do it in good conscience. At that point, if you advised them and they refused, you gave them that opportunity and they reviewed it. So
406 back.
that's what I do.
Watching the Watchman was released on scene, and Amagansett spent a few hours in jail. As previously stated, all charges were dropped. They are now working with a lawyer to pursue civil action. Thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like me to review, email it or send it in via Facebook Messenger. You can also view this and other content on my website. If you're new here, subscribe for future content. If you've been around for a while, remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. Shirts and other goodies are available at the Teespring store linked below. Channel memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to further support the channel and get a Slick Lack logo next to your name. I'll see you in the next video. All links are down below.